So, funny thing happened on day two. I accidentally ate. This is what happens when you kind of go into autopilot and you're half dead one day, and about halfway through a handful of snackies, you're like, wait a minute. Oh, shit. So, yeah. Instead of doing a 7-day, we're going to do a 5-day. So instead of today being day 3, it's day 1. But the really odd thing, when I weighed in this morning, and I realized on my initial day 1 when I forgot to say what my weight was, I weighed in at 484. And then yesterday, which was day 2, which ended up being day 0, the weird thing was that I gained a pound, and I'd never ever had gone a 24-hour period on a fast and gained weight. Usually it's like, even if I lose just a minimal amount of weight, it's usually at least a pound or 2 I drop. But then I weigh in today, and I'm all the way down to almost, I mean, it was right even 477, and it even for a second there thought about popping up a 76. So that was odd. I thought that day 2 goes up, I accidentally eat day 2, and then drops dramatically for what would have been day 3, and it's actually day 1. But yeah, so back to day 1. We're going to do a 5-day instead of a 7-day. As far as today goes so far, I got 0 sleep, so I was up an hour earlier than I was planning on being up. And surprisingly enough, I'm not really hungry yet. I've been thinking about food all morning, though. And this is what sucks. If you're not working when you do this stuff, and you don't have something to kind of keep your mind occupied, it's difficult. It's really difficult. So I think I'm not going to worry about trying another really long fast until I start my new job again next week, because it's killer just sitting around trying to not eat. You know, I'm up and around and moving and trying to stay active and whatnot, just so I don't literally turn into a couch potato for a week. But oh man, the tricks your mind plays on you when you just want to chew on something and you're not even hungry. It's weird. But the one thing I did forget to mention the other day on Monday, I went out and I got me some of these. I used to dip and smoke. I luckily got off all the nicotine several months back. But just having one of these, and all they are, they're flavored coffee grinds in pouches. Like anyone that dips, they'll know it's pouches. It's like Bandits. Snus. That's what I used to do with snus. Didn't really help much, but it had a nice flavor to it. I always still had to smoke just to get rid of the edge on whatever I was stressing out or something. But I switched over to these, and peppermint is one of my favorite flavors. They've got all kinds of different flavors to try out, but for some reason this keeps the hunger at bay, even though I'm not actually chewing on anything. I'm just sucking on it. It's just down my lip, like I got a dip in. And just like gum, I mean, it's well, like a good gum, the flavor runs out after about, I don't know, an hour or 2, maybe 3 if you got a good one going. But it does help immensely with not wanting to go and try and hit a buffet or something like what I really want to do, or go find a extra large pizza to down, because I'm having some huge freaking cravings of a pizza for the last 3 or 4 days for some reason. I don't even know where that came from. Like, I'm one of those people that when I get cravings, I'll go through like a phase. Like, I hardly ever go to Burger King. It's not my usual go-to fast food place. But if I start craving Burger King for some reason, I'll hit Burger King like as often as I can over like a 2 or 3 week period, and then I'm back to normal with them for some reason. It's weird. And it's the same thing with pizza. It's like I don't eat pizza a whole lot, but when I do, oof, I kill me some pizza. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're back to day one. We're doing a 5-day instead of a 7-day. And I might add to this vlog a little bit later. I don't know yet. I might just post it like it is. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. And then we'll go on to the next day and the next day. Peace out, y'all.